Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to a new episode of Eve Echoes. Tonight on the show, we're going to announce the winners of this community question of the week. This past week it is just over. The celebrations were awesome. Hope you guys had a jolly time with the Christmas, and of course New Year's is just around the corner. And basically the community question of the week was, what do you think the rewards will be for the exploration that was announced? By the way, exploration means we will get some probe launches, some scanner probes, we will launch the probes, we will scan some weird stuff in space, unknown signatures or hidden stuff. We basically get some sites, we do the sites, and we get some rewards, either by using, in Evil Line there were combat sites, alongside relic and data sites, and basically for combat you just did combat and you get some escalations like emerging conflicts, blah blah blah, and for the data and relic analyzers you get to hack some containers, some forgotten debris, and you would get some awesome loot. But in Eve Echoes it's all different, as stated by me in some previous video. The rewards that are in Evil Line in regards to the data and relic sites are already in the game. Basically, you just have to disassemble the ship debris, the various levels of ship debris, and you get the rig materials. So in Evil Line, you would get some big chunk, heavy, expensive rig materials necessary for more expensive and more hardcore rigging. Now, we don't know what's going to happen, but we do have some idea, based on your comments, that what might happen. And by the way, I've collected almost every comment that was pretty inventive and actually provided some context to how the rewards should be. And I used random.org to get some random generated numbers to pick from these comments and select 2 winners, and let's get down to the winners. Well, the first winner is Clan Mead Magruder. I hope I spelled this correctly. I think the rewards will probably be blueprints and maybe blueprint parts or maybe materials for other things. Then again, this is just speculative and I don't know what they will add. Of course, we're all speculating it, but given the fact that at least I am collecting a lot of your answers and just handing them over to the developers, if the designers feel like in a pinch, they might just use that, because some of the comments in the comment section were actually really great, and I'll get to that in a moment. So congratulations Clan Mead, you are the first winner. You'll get 1 Omega combo. Let's get down to our next winner, which is Moha. And I think, yeah, a lot of people will say rigged, but I don't know. Why? Because I put all these comments into an Excel file, and I used random.org to get the row number, and his comment was actually pretty good, and I really enjoyed it. So I think the rewards will be blueprints and or mats for Sisters of Eve and Mortis Legion ships. Now, I would disagree with the Mortis Legion ships, as those might be introduced as, I don't know, some event or some other concept or mechanic that we might get the debris and reverse engineer to get the Mortis ships or the Mortis Legion blueprints. But in regards to Sisters of Eve, this is actually very neat, and something that I've already pitched in a discussion that I had. So my thinking, based on Moha's comment, was that perhaps exploration is introduced, and we get a bunch of sites that they sort of like tie into a lore event. So an event, a server-wide event, launches when the exploration hits, and it's stated that Sisters of Eve were conducting weird science in various parts of the New Eden cluster, investigating blah blah blah. I don't know if you remember from our lore videos, the Sisters of Eve were focusing on investigating the Eve Gate and a bunch of other stuff, and like, for example, something catastrophic might have happened, and the Sisters of Eve, actually the ships, investigating various corners of the New Eden cluster have fallen into a I don't know, cataclysmic event, such as the imminent destruction of their ship. They were nosing too much, and they actually pissed off the Jove, and the Jove actually got them killed. Or like they actually uncovered that Sancha has discovered wormhole space and somehow is in possession of the wormhole generation mechanism, and basically the Sancha just, oh, what you're doing here? Oops, wrong place at the wrong time, kabloom. Or maybe they were just investigating some other, I don't know, disturbances in the space-time continuum, like, for example, how the Yang Jung come to a New Eden and something bad happened. So it would be nice to have this event and basically ask people like, you need to uncover what happened, so you need to go to track down these special sites using your probe launchers and stuff, and inside, guess what? You get some lore pieces, like some documents, you can read it, whatever, you can actually do some missions as well. And of course, inside you also find Sisters of Eve ship debris, and with that you basically get to build your own Sisters of Eve ships. Now this would be epic, but it's again just an idea. It's not something serious. So, thank you Moha for participating, and thank you everyone for participating. Your comments were very, very interesting, and I really loved a whole lot of them. Clanmead and Moha, please leave your comment below with your in-game name and your character ID, so I can pass that down to the person responsible to delivering to you the Omega Combo prize. So please remember that. Please try to do it until the end of the week. It's like there's a cycle between the giveaways, and I'm really hoping for you guys to make it in time. So that's pretty much it. Congratulations to everyone, and thank you all for participating. Stay tuned until the last moments of the video, because we will be launching another community question of the week with yet another giveaway, with yet 2 more Mega Combo giveaway prizes. So let's get down to our business for tonight, and that is, people have been really curious about what are these special modes that you can put your ship into. And these modes are basically limited to some specific types of ships, and of course, if you haven't had the actual opportunity to experiment with them, this is going to be a basic crash course on what each mode does. One of the modes is not is in the game, actually. It's on the live server as well, but it's not actually reachable at this time because it sits in the tier level 10. I'm talking about the striker battleships, but we'll get there when we get there. So let's start off with the smaller stuff, and we basically have here an Argos sniper. So first of all, I'm a bit pissed about something, and let me show you guys exactly what is that. Well, if you go into the item description, actually the ship description, we've got the Argos sniper here, and there's no indication that it would have a specific mode to be activatable. It's just down below at the bottom of the information page, and it's sitting inside the description. It says special mode sniper. Now there's literally no other indication whatsoever on what the sniper mode does, neither in this attributes and trait description, drone velocity, not here. There's no mention of how the attributes modify. Basically, this would be really helpful and really useful for people to understand what exactly they're going to buy. What are they aiming for? What is the purpose of that ship, and what are its bonuses? What will they get when they hop into it? So this is a problem, and this should be addressed. And the information, like for the sniper mode, what else do we have? The striker mode, and of course the charge mode. These should be available either in some separate description, or I don't know, in some specific panel that actually describes what are the bonuses and what exactly do you get. So let's see what the Algo Sniper has in terms of sniper mode. Now, I haven't been able to explore all the ships until now, but I think that the modes are pretty much the same across all the ships that bear the same attribute, like sniper ships. So let me stop the ship right here. And we have the sniper mode right here in the bottom right corner. I think we can move it anywhere we want. Unfortunately, no. Oh, yeah, we can. We can do that. You can basically move wherever you want. Let me reapproach the station because it's a weird station and it spews us out at an undock range of 5 kilometers. So we can't undock immediately. So we got the sniper mode. A long tap will reveal an information panel, which is currently sitting out of bounds. As you can see, the panel is outside of the visible screen range, not by much, but it's a bit disturbing. So the sniper mode. The sniper mode does the following things: all damage plus 50%. This means all damage on any module that has a damage attribute, be it drones, be it modules like in turrets and launchers, anything that deals damage, it gets a 50% bonus damage. Optimal range of turrets, 100%. Accuracy fall-off of turrets, 100%. Missile flight speed, 100%, meaning you get extra range with missiles. Of course, optimal range increases your range with turrets. Drone control distance, 75%. So this means you get an extra 75% boost. Remember, all these boosts apply to the base stats, not with all the stats accounted for, like after rigs, or I don't know, whatever a module that boosts stuff you have. So it only takes into consideration the base stat, and it gives you that specific bonus applied to the base stat. Activation time of all weapons, 100% extra, meaning they fire slower, if I'm not mistaken. Is this good? I have no idea, but you get extra range, but your DPS falters because activation time, the cycle taking longer to complete, directly affects DPS. Tracking speed of all turrets, minus 60%, meaning the tracking speed goes to shit. Missile explosion speed, minus 60%, meaning the explosion velocity is lower. So if you shoot your missiles versus small targets, small, faster, agile targets, you will deal considerably lower damage than without sniper mode. So I'm guessing sniper mode is just for shooting long range at considerably sized ships, or at least ship size of your class, or according to the missiles you are using. If you're using medium missiles, it would be best advised to shoot cruisers, of course, and battle cruisers and so on, or anything higher. But if you're shooting against frigates, it's gonna suck. So, in case of sniper destroyers, they're best used against frigates and other destroyers. So we also get ship speed as minus 99%, just meaning your ships kind of stays still. So once you activate that, you get into this mode, and as you can see, if I try to move along, my ship speed is of 3 meters per second, and we also got all the indications of all the bonuses being applied. I deactivate it, and there's no indication of the bonuses going away, but it's pretty obvious. Now that should also be fixed, like do a overlay pop-up that should tell you that you've exited sniper mode and all your attributes are returning to normal. So let's take a look at the other two modes that we have, and we're going to look next at the one of the basic logistics ships. I'm talking about the charge mode, and we have here a scythe, which is your basic logistics. It's not an advanced logistics, just simple, plain. It's not the frigate. I don't know if the frigate has the same mode, but the cruiser definitely has it. So we're just going to undock, and we'll quickly take a look at the charge mode, what it does, because again, there's no information panel without you being in the ship available for you to read and actually understand what the fuck does it do. Let's quickly reapproach this, and let's the same way we tap and hold for a long hold, and we get an information panel. Recharge mode, we get ship signal radius 100%. Signal radius, is it signature radius or is it signal radius? Is it extra? Is it boosting your sensors? I have no idea. What is a ship signal radius? It's not sensor strength, and it's not. Let me check quickly. We can tap on here and select ship info, and we get the. Where is it? Where is it? Come on. Go to the basic, and we go to attributes. Signature radius, scan resolution, and sensor strength. So these are the three main attributes. The signature radius basically tells you how big of a target you are. The scan resolution gives you an idea on how fast you can target, and the scan resolution and sensor strength basically work together into targeting, getting a lock faster. Now, the sensor strength is also going to be useful once the ECM feature is going to be deployed. Like this, that's the last one of the last electronic warfare mechanics, which basically allows you to jam the sensors of other ships, like preventing them from targeting anything, because if they're sensor jammed, you can't target anything. So these are the main three attributes: signature radius, scan resolution, and sensor strength. What the fuck is a signal radius? Ship signal radius. I'm guessing it affects how big of a target you get. So I'm guessing this is the signature radius. The ship speed is minus 80%, so you're basically standing still, but not that much, not like in the sniper mode. And we've got the ship capacitor recharge time, and it's minus 50%, meaning your capacitor recharges faster. So it's like in a fleet battle where your fleet is pretty much stationary. You enter charge mode, and you can switch them off and on at any time. There's a 9 seconds cooldown, 10 seconds cooldown between switching, and once you do that, you can enter this specific recharge mode, which is called the charge mode, but the panel says recharge mode, God knows why, and basically helps you as a logistic gain a capacitor regeneration boost, so you can effectively apply more remote repping, either shield repping, which is the Scythe and the Osprey, or armor repping, which is the Augur and the Execura class from the Amar and Galente. So this was the recharge mode, but there's one more mode that it's not yet available to us, because it's sitting at tier level, tech level 10. And of course, I'm talking about the strikers. Now, the striker, we've got here the Raven striker. As you can see at the bottom, of the information panel, we've got special mode Siege. We set this to active, and we're going to get to see this beauty out in space for the first time. We'll probably do a video on the Raven Striker, but given the fact that it's really so far away, I have no idea if that actually helps anyone. Basically, because, well, until we get tech level 10, stuff might change, and I don't know, whatever we review right now might be completely upside down in terms of several months from now. So we have the Raven Striker. It looks pretty badass, and let's actually... I'm a bit disappointed, because the Raven Striker is supposed to be like a Marauder, the equivalent of the Marauder in Evil Line, but the actual ship model is just a skinned... a theme skin, a Raven. Now the Marauder looks a lot different. They have the modified hull in Evil Line. Yeah, the model similar to the Raven, for example, for the Golem, but it looks very differently. More sleek design, like robust, like brute kind of thing. So let's get out into space and see exactly how the strike mode, the siege mode, actually affects the ship. And why is it the siege mode? Well, the Marauder are basically siege battleships. They enter like siege mode, like capital ships called dreadnoughts, and they have amazing boosts in terms of range, in terms of boosting, in terms of tanking. So let's take a look at the mode. We've got the siege mode right here, and what happens now? Okay, so siege mode, all damage plus 100%. Battery tracking speed, battery. My god, the namings in here are horrendous. Same goes for the recharge mode with the signal radius. What the fuck is signal radius? There's no attribute for signal radius. Same goes here, battery tracking speed. It could have been set turret tracking speed. So minus 95% for tracking speed of turrets. A missile explosion speed minus 90%. So they explode way slower, and the explosion velocity is way slower. So this mode is pretty much useless against slow ships. This is basically on siege if you're shooting stations and shit. And we've got missile explosion radius. So the radius is very big. It gets 1000%. Against a single target that's going to deal poop damage if it's small. So it's definitely seen as a siege mode, most likely for space asset destruction, like taking down stations, taking down whatever else that we may see after sovereignty hits, like, you know, for the modules in space that you put around the corporations, still these stuff like that. Ship speed, 99% reduction, meaning you're pretty much standing still. And ship signal radius. Again, what's up with the signal radius? I'm guessing 100% increase in signature radius, which is basically going to light up your ship as a Christmas tree, making your ship twice the size in terms of the hitbox. So it's pretty much, I think this attribute, this downside, the ship signal radius, the signature radius being increased, while you also have ship speed reduced to completely, to almost completely zero. They're kind of pointless together, because while sitting still, you're basically going to take the full force of any hit. Like, there's no tracking required. There's no, somebody shoots you and it'll hit you for certain. And the ship's signature radius, I'm guessing it's against, from missiles to because if the explosion radius is bigger and your signature resolution is bigger, then probably the explosion radius will overlap with your hitbox given by the signature resolution. The signature radius, and it's pretty much you're going to take the full force of those missiles. So that's pretty much it on how these modes work and what exactly do they give out. Now, I'm really going to try to argue with whoever I can on dev side to actually give us in game like a panel where we can actually see the sniper, the siege, the charge, and I don't know if somebody suggested that there's an assault mode, but I haven't been able to find any ship with an assault mode. We need to have this information because we need to be able to understand what that mode is doing. And I'm not talking about us players that are probably already into tech level 7, tech level 8, and we've already pretty much tried the ships and what they do. I'm talking about people joining like yesterday or today or tomorrow or 1 week from now. They're probably going to look at the ship tree and say, oh, well, that's a nice shiny ship. What the fuck does it do? What's that sniper mode? what exactly am I getting in sniper mode? And they'll probably aim for that shit because, oh, sniper mode must mean that I'm going to sit at 100 kilometers and I'm going to snipe everything and I'm going to be like a boss, giocatore pistolero. Well, apparently not. And until that is provided, everyone is going to just pick blindly, or at least search and ask the questions on Facebook, on Twitter, on Reddit, and some people might provide the answers. But why do this? Why get to the extra effort to try to document yourself outside of the game? Let's have all the information inside the game so people can orientate themselves and actually apply their knowledge combined with what they see from the information panel, do the math, and get their shit straight and understand what they are about to buy and what they're about to fly and how it will behave. So that's pretty much it. Congratulations to the winners again, and let's hop on to the next giveaway, which is our next community question of the week, which is, what would you like to see as PvE content upgrades or updates? Why am I asking this is basically because the past couple of videos we've seen the developers actually stating they're going to introduce new ways for PvE, for people to have content and to play stuff. We have no clue what that is, but they announced that in January they will post their development roadmap for 2021, and it's going to be interesting to see exactly what. But let's try to play the role of Nostradamus here for a little bit, and we may have an idea, we may form our opinion, but I'd really wish to see what would you guys like to have in terms of PvE content. What do you wish for a PvE nerf? Do you wish for adding of new mechanics? It's basically like a wish list. Please be kind and drop your comments below with the answer to that question, and like and subscribe, slap those, they help me very much. And of course all your feedback will probably be given to the devs as well, because, you know, we're working towards the common goal of making Eve Echoes a better game for everyone. Thank you guys for watching, a very big shout out to my channel supporters, and I'll see you guys next time. Cheers.